Greetings, retro gamers. So I had an idea to make a small review about the flash cartridge for the Famicom. I wanted to speedrun my favorite game, Chip and Dale 2, and I could not get my hands on the real cartridge, so I thought maybe I could buy one of those cartridges that supports SD flash card. So I started searching for the flash cartridge in eBay when the first uh, that popped up was some kind of cartridge from Poland, and it was pretty cheap. I think it was $60. So I looked at it and it seemed reasonable. Uh, Only downside, I think it doesn't support a lot of mappers. It was only MMC1, MMC3, and I think some kind of mapper from Codemasters, games without mapper, and ROM, and probably that's it. So after I guess after almost 2 weeks waiting, probably due to situation at the border right now, I finally received my package. Already glued the address with sticky tape so you won't see. But this package comes from Poland. It comes from uh, not 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 even from a company. It's just some kind of dude that makes those cartridges himself. Okay, let's see what's inside. Okay, so it's pretty well packaged with bubble wrap. Let's open it up. See what's inside. Okay, where's my knife? So this cartridge comes already with the SD card, I think, and an adapter for that. Well, it's really really well wrapped together. I can even I can even open it with my knife. So let's see what kind of adapter it is. So it's like a little flash key. So as you see, there's a card inside. So in the description, it was said that let me focus that. It's like 4 gigabytes. So that's pretty enough for all the NES ROMs or Famicom games. So yeah, I can already put this into my PC and put some ROMs in it to see what works, what's not. So let's open the card itself. It has some like interesting name. In Polish it says KrzysioCart because the creator's name is Krzysztof, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So can we open the case? So that's the slot where the SD card goes. Uh, Too bad there's no marking where should be front, where should be back of the card. Oh, okay, so it's like that. Okay, the case seems sturdy. The plastic is real good. At the first glance, it seems all right. So I already hooked up my trusty old Famicom and the LCD monitor that would be nice to film the gameplay on. So I haven't put anything on the flash card. So let's turn it on. And as you see there is something already. on the cart. There's some kind of save folder. Oh, we can go inside. Okay. So as you see, there's Super Mario Bros. 3 already. So Nintendo won't be happy about this, but let's try it out. So as you see, it seems it's loading the ROM. Well, I don't remember that Super Mario 3 was that big, but it takes quite a while to load. Okay, and here we go. It seems glitchy, but probably my contacts of the cartridge are not clean. I think. Okay. So I brought my original Super Mario 3 cartridge, and let's see if it actually produces the same glitches. And it does not. It works perfectly. So I don't know what's actually wrong with this flash card. Okay, so I brought my AV Famicom to test the multi-card. So let's check it out. Yeah, it works. Let's see if the glitch repeats itself. Okay, it says correctness file. Alright. So it's loading.
2 hours later.
But the original cartridge works somehow. So let's. Oh, so actually on the AV Famicom, the game works just fine. There are no glitches. So let's start it. And well, there's some kind of buzzing, but that's due to my crappy crappy wiring. And start a let's start the level. Okay, so it works. Okay. Finally, let's test the KrzysioCart on this beast. So as you see, it's a Famiclone that's in shape of the first PlayStation. Let's see if it works. And it does. So let's try to load Super Mario Bros. And it's loading. That's good.
2 hours later.
Loading. Okay, it's done. Huh, so as you see, only issue is with my old Famicom. So this Famicom plays original Mario Bros. On original cartridge, but it for some reason has a glitch on the KrzysioCart. Maybe it's to the ROM, maybe it's to the dirty contacts, maybe the RAM is failing. I don't know. So probably I will figure it out in future. So let's put some games on the flash card and try it out. Alright, so I've put some ROMs on the SD card. So let's put it into the cartridge and turn it on the console. And as you see, I created 3 folders. Uh, so let's check the first folder. I put the ROMs that should not work on this flash cartridge. So it's basically a collection of Japanese games. As we know, in Japan they had uh, much more mappers for the cartridges. So these mappers might not be supported. So as you see, it says NES file not supported at the bottom of the screen. So it, Mapikits doesn't work. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out Japanese version also doesn't work. Gradius 2 doesn't work. Batman Return of the Joker as well as Mr. Gimmick. And also Contra Japanese version doesn't work. As we know, this version has some nice additional animations and cutscenes that are not present in American version. Also, Batman Japanese version also doesn't work. Splatterhouse as well, and Kid Dracula doesn't work as well. So that's a bummer, but yeah. So these games doesn't work, and I put also created a folder for the games that I don't know if they work. Maybe they will work, maybe not. So let's check it out. And it's a Goonies Japanese version. It was pretty popular with the Famiclones in the 90s, so it doesn't work. Okay, it seems to be working. So it's a Shinjinrui. It's a uh, some kind of shooter with a caveman. So let's load it. So I assumed it won't work, but it actually does work. So that's cool. So as you see, it works. Let's. So what is interesting about this cartridge? If you hit the reset button on the console, the it just resets the game. So if you want to go back to the uh, menu, you have to turn the console off and turn it on again, and you're back into the menu. So let's check more of these games. Maybe they will work. So let's check Gradius. It seems fine. Let's launch it. Okay, so the loading time depends on the size of the game. So as you see, the grid is not that big, so it loads pretty quick. So it works just fine. So okay, let's continue. Okay, so last is Tokyo Shirei Soul Brain. That's also a pretty expensive game, so it seems it works, and I'm happy that it does. Let's see if it loads. Okay, it seems working just fine. So yeah, this game is also known in America as well, what was the name? I think it's I forgot. Well, doesn't matter. So oh, it's Shatterhand. Yeah, I remembered. So yeah, it's Shatterhand on NES, but it's in Japan. It was originally based on the TV series about some kind of RoboCop. In fact, on the Famicom it was called RoboCop 3. So yeah, so so basically two games. No, not two games. Actually, three games worked. Goonies does not. So that's bummer. Let's see if the games that I think should works actually. So so I put the Chip and Dale 2. It's also a pretty expensive game. And let's test Japanese version because I'm more familiar with it. Okay, so it's a pretty pretty hefty game, so it has to load it for a while. So as you see, there's a Capcom logo that pirates cut off from the Famicom cartridges. Alright, so it actually works. Great. So so the game I wanted, that actually works really good. So that's great news for me. So I want to test the um, American version. I'm just gonna test game that I made. It doesn't use any mappers at all, so it works also pretty good. Alright, let's go. Okay, there's also simplistic game, Zippy Race, Japanese version. Let's see if it works. And it does work. No glitches, no anything. So okay, Battletoads. So that's also an expensive game on the Famicom. It might not be as expensive on the NES, but I wanted to get a Famicom version, but I think this one would do for me for a while until I finally buy the original cartridge. So it seems it works as well. That's cool. Okay, I just want to see if 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 the game is actually playable. Usually at this screen the Famic Famicom cartridges has some glitches, but seems everything works just great. Yeah. Alright, so game works. The screen scrolls, animations work. So that's a Powerblade. Yeah, so there is no Powerblade on Famicom. And I don't have this cartridge, so that will be like great addition to games that I can play. Okay, it also loads quite a while. So yeah, Powerblade seems to work just fine. Let's take first level. Oh man, that music like brings back the memories. Yeah, that's a great game. Okay, so it's Contra. It's American version. As I checked, the Japanese version doesn't work, but maybe the American version will work. And it seems it loading. It loads, and it seems it works. So that's cool. But I already have the Japanese version, and I prefer it to the American. But well, if you want to play Contra on this cartridge, yeah, you can. So what else do we have? So it's Contra Force. It's NES exclusive. So let's see if it works. Mm, and oh, it loads a bit. It's probably a big game, so let's pick a guy. No. Okay, let's pick the first one. I haven't played this game for a while, so I don't remember what each guy does. So yeah, so okay, I have the little Samson, so it's super expensive game, and it loads. So that's also great because you can play little Samson or Lickle as it's called in Japan. So you can save a lot of money, and you can play on the real hardware with this flash cartridge. So that should be also a big game. And it loads and it works. Okay, let's pick a, I don't know, let's pick a dude. Yeah, I love this game. So it works flawlessly on this cartridge. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna play it today. So that's also an expensive game, Kickmaster. It's NES only, and it also loads. So probably it uses the MMC3 mapper, as a lot of NES games does. So let's see. Yeah, this loading might be annoying, but it's not so bad, I guess. At least for me. Yeah, yeah, the game works just fine. No glitches, no nothing. Everything works. What do you have? Flintstones 2, so it's super expensive game as well, and it's loading. And oh, it's loading for a while. Well, not a big deal, I guess. Well, it's probably near near a megabyte. I also put on the SD card uh, Kirby's Adventures, so that's a huge game. So it will be interesting to see how quickly it loads. So this Flintstones 2 works just fine. So it's Tetris. I don't know. This should work. I'm not gonna check it, so it's probably gonna work. So yeah, Kirby's Adventures. This game nearly is about a megabyte. So let's see how long it will take to load it. Let's go. So previously all the games like probably were like 300 kilobytes or 400 maximum. Maybe not even that big, but this one is like it's probably one of the biggest games on the NES or Famicom. Well, there were some bigger games on Famicom, but I don't have them here, so see how long it will take to load Kirby. Yeah, yeah, it's taking quite a lot of time. Also, the seller claimed that it is possible to save both Kirby and Super Mario Bros. 3, and probably also so that wasn't that bad, I guess. So yeah, it's Kirby. Let's see. Okay, so I'm kind of curious if I can save my progress. So I'm gonna beat the first level. It's not that hard, probably. Just gonna fly over.
Yeah, so I don't care about the enemies. This game's not that not that hard. It's a great game for kids, I guess, because it's easy. So did I beat the first? No, I did not. So I need to go a bit more. Let's take the sparkling guy. Yeah, I can sparkle too. So yeah, I'm gonna kill that guy. Okay, let's. There should be probably the ending of this level. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, this game is quite long. So it's great that it has save feature. Okay, let's take the health up. Alright, alright, so that's the ending of the level. Ah, I screwed this up. Okay,
So okay. In theory, my progress should be saved. So if I reset the game, I should be at the same. All right. So okay. It seems my save is working. That's great. That's great. But what happens if I turn off and turn on the console? Ooh. Okay, interesting. Let's see what's inside this save folder. So as you see, there's a save file. That's interesting. I wonder if it's compatible with the save files from some kind of an emulator. That would be a super great feature for speedrunning. Okay, so let's load the Kirby Adventure again.
2 hours later.
It brings back to the old times when the ZX Spectrum was around and you have to wait for each game to load from the audio tape. Yeah, so it has loaded and let's see if the and well, look and behold, the save feature works. So that's super cool. So I don't know how many games gonna support this feature, but well, Kirby supports it, so that's cool. Okay, let's check the DuckTales too. It's pretty expensive game as well. Let's see if we can play this on this cartridge. It claim the seller claimed that we can play, so okay. Let's go difficult, because this game is super easy. Okay, so far it works. All right. Okay, it's not maybe it's not that easy, but I haven't played for a while, so yeah, it works. So I guess I'm not gonna check the DuckTales first one because it says it's correctness. Well, it probably works. Let's check the Batman because Japanese version did not work. So let's see if the American version works. That's not a huge game, but kinda does take a while. And and voila, it works. Da-da. Okay, I played this game for quite a while, so I know how it should look. So it looks great. Okay, Batman works, so that's cool. So probably that's the reason why Chinese pirates mixed Japanese and American games, because on their pirate cartridges, not all of the games worked. I mean, Japanese games. So let's see if Batman Return of the Joker American. Oh crap! It doesn't seem to work. So it's very graphically intense game. So it seems doesn't work. Okay, so let's check the Camerica or Codemasters mapper support. So I put the Micro Machines ROM. So it's loading. I'm not really familiar with this game, so I guess someone had the cartridge. I mean the Famicom cartridge in the 90s. So probably they are more familiar than I am, because I didn't have this game. So that's I think it's American version. Okay, so let's pick some dude or dudette. Let's pick a Chen. Okay, seems well it works just great. So that's a cool game. I haven't played it actually, so it will be fun to play. Okay, so Codemasters mapper works. So let's see how the list scrolls. Huh, interesting. So it doesn't. Okay, so I need to push the direction button to the right, and I've put the Sweet Home translated version. It's a Capcom game, so it should be working. And the text at the bottom says it uses save, so let's see if we can save in the Sweet Home. That would be super great. So that's also probably this game might be like larger than Kirby, so it's gonna take a while for it to load. Oh, that's not that big. Let's go. Okay, so change names. No, I don't need that. So that's a first survival horror game, and it's also originally only in Japanese, so that's cool that I can play a translated version, and it works. Actually, this game wasn't mentioned in the list of the supported games, so probably the author haven't checked that game. But well, I checked for him, and it works. I don't know if it creates the save at the start. Okay, so those doors were the inspiration for the Resident Evil games. And yeah, my part is locked at the house. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Yeah, I will play that later. I just wanna check if the saving works. Yeah, we have to escape. Well, it's somewhat a JRPG game. You can create parties from your dudes. Okay, so I have my dudes. Let's see if I can save it. Save the game? Of course. No, don't wanna. Hold reset to save the data. Okay, I'm holding. Don't know how much should I hold it. Okay. Does it save anything? Well, I think it did, so that's great. Okay, let's check if it saved the game in the save folder. Yes, it did, so it's super cool. So I can be able to play this game. That's great. Okay, what else do I have? Okay, it's Devil World. That's a pretty small game that doesn't use any map at all. Yeah, it should work. Yeah, yeah, it works. It's first Castlevania. That's a relatively expensive game from now on, because I don't have it. It's first Castlevania, American version. There's no Japanese version is super expensive on the cartridge, and there's also a version for the disk system that's also quite well. It's not that expensive, but also you have to have disk system. So Castlevania works just fine. Great, I will be able to play it again. So that's some great news. Let's see what else do we have. And okay, so it's Jetsons. So I think it's super expensive and rare game because I haven't seen it in the wild. So it's probably super expensive, probably more expensive than Flintstones 2. I haven't played this game at all, so I don't know if it's any good, but it's by Taito, so it should be good. It's fairly uh, it's released late in the yeah, so it's released in 92. Let's see what kind of game that it is. So it should be similar to Flintstones. Yeah, it's pretty looks actually interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. What else do I have? So, and the last one is Batman Returns. I think it's a Konami game, but it was released only in America, or probably Europe too, so I don't know about that, so let's see if it should work. So, also looking forward to this game. It's one of those that I played a lot when I was a kid, and it's not available in Japan, so I haven't bought the original cartridge yet from States. Right. Actually, it starts with select button. Interesting. It's a it's a single player beat 'em up. It's pretty cool for the NES. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so in order to conclude, I would say I'm pretty happy with this cartridge, and I guess even though I could not run it perfectly on my old Famicom, I still have two machines that runs it perfectly without glitches. And of course, if you're planning to use it on a Famiclone, I think you won't get any problems there. So the biggest advantage of this cartridge is the price, because it's I think 3 times cheaper than the EverDrive from Kriggs. So you can save a lot of money there. Well, the loading times are pretty long here, so I don't have anything to compare them with. I just looked on the YouTube how long does it take to load games on the EverDrive, and the interval seems shorter, but well, I don't know. That's not a problem for me, so I'm happy with that. And yeah, so if you want to buy this cartridge, I I'm gonna put the link in the description to the eBay product, so you can check it there. So thanks for watching. Bye.